تفضل. تمام. Thank you for joining us. As you see, we have a group of my colleagues, ambassadors and representatives of the Arab countries. The chair of the Arab group, His Excellency, the Ambassador of Kuwait, was with us, and also the Arab representative in the Security Council, Ambassador from United Arab Emirates, is with us, along with the representatives from Egypt, Jordan, and Algeria. We have finished, as the delegation of the State of Palestine, a meeting with the President of the Security Council, the Ambassador of Switzerland, and her team, in which we have briefed her about the latest developments about the criminal aggression against our people in the Gaza Strip in the early hours of yesterday, in which, in a cowardly fashion, 13 Palestinians in the span of 20 seconds were assassinated, among them 10 children and women sleeping in their apartments in the Gaza Strip. And of course, the ensuing events as we are observing until this moment. Of course, we condemn this crime. We condemn those who committed these crimes, particularly killing large number of children and women. And we believe that it is the duty of the Security Council to condemn these crimes and to pronounce that those from the Israeli side who planned these crimes, who have committed these crimes, should face accountability and should pay for their crimes. We are grateful that our brothers from United Arab Emirates, we asked them yesterday that the Security Council should shoulder its responsibility and should meet in a closed session to discuss the situation and should react and condemn this crime. We are grateful that they acted swiftly with the President of the Security Council and agreed to have a meeting in a closed session this afternoon at 3 p.m., endorsed along with the United Arab Emirates, China, and France, and we are grateful to that. It happened that there was a scheduled meeting before the aggression in which the Bureau of the Palestine Committee met with the E10 yesterday on a business lunch. And in that meeting, we had a very constructive discussion about the role of the Security Council and the role of the E10, whether in relation to condemning this aggression and to see the Security Council shouldering its responsibility, or with regard to many other issues stemming from providing protection to our people, to seeing that the Security Council to pay an official visit to the occupied Palestinian territory to see with their own eyes the reality of our people and the violations and breaches of international law by the occupying authority, Israel, and the criminality of the settlers. All these issues were raised, with the President of the Security Council, and we know that many states, including many members in the Security Council, issued national statements in which they expressed their condemnation or outrage because of the large number of killing of children and women. And we appreciate these statements, along with the statement of the League of Arab States, the Council of the League, and also the statement by the OIC and many countries. We know for a fact that there is no country that respect the law that do not condemn in the strongest possible term the assassination and the killing of innocent children while they are sleeping in the laps of their moms and dads in the middle of the night, as was the case yesterday morning in the Gaza Strip. And in this connection also, I want to express our appreciation for a number of countries and the UN, but especially Egypt, which was always instrumental in brokering, stopping the onslaught and the aggression against our people, and they played an instrumental role in brokering the ceasefire that was put in place, the last one almost a week ago, and the Israeli government and their army and their intelligence connived in the middle of the night during the last few days and broke the ceasefire and organized this aggression in violation to what they promised, others including Egypt, of honoring and respecting the ceasefire. We sincerely hope that this aggression to stop against our people immediately. And we sincerely hope that the Security Council and the international community can condemn in clear terms the killing of children and women and to go after those who have organized this massacre against them and to make them face justice and pay the price that they deserve. We will see what the Security Council will do after 3 o'clock, but we will continue to keep knocking on the door for the Security Council to shoulder its responsibilities. They have many resolutions, including Resolution 9/4, that calls for providing protection for the civilian population until the end of the occupation. That resolution contains significant provisions in it. One, it calls for disarming the settlers. That was adopted almost 29 years ago. Not building a new army of 25,000 militia of settlers and to give them more weapons. What is needed is to take the weapons from the hand of the settlers who are killing our people and threatening their lives. The second element in that resolution is calling for temporary international presence in the occupied Palestinian territory. We need protection from these savage attacks by the Israeli army and the settlers, whether in Nablus, in Jenin, in Jericho, in Jerusalem, in Ramallah, in Bethlehem, in Al-Khalil, and in every part of the occupied Palestinian territory. And definitely, we need them to stop their aggressions and attacks against our people in the besieged Gaza Strip, as we have seen since the early hours of yesterday. This is what I wanted to share with you. I'm sure that some of you want me to say something in Arabic. We will, but I want to give the opportunity to anyone from my colleagues, if they wish to say something, to do so.
Thank you. I think Ambassador Riyad Mansour said it all. The Security Council has a responsibility for the maintenance of peace and security around the world, and this is a clear case that the Security Council must shoulder that responsibility. The State of Kuwait has condemned in the strongest of terms this aggression and the continued aggression against the Palestinian people, calling on the full implementation of Security Council resolutions in this regard and the need to safeguard the rights and the protections afforded to the Palestinian people as it is afforded to everyone else according to the Charter of the United Nations and international law. The responsibilities are clear. The condemnation must be absolute and by all, and the protection of civilians, both in the physical sense and in the legal sense, must be something that the Security Council takes up. And we stand in full solidarity with our Palestinian brethren and will continue to support their just cause.
Just to confirm that the UAE did in fact, along with France and China, call for a meeting of the Security Council, which will take place at 3 p.m. today. The call was supported by the Russian Federation. We're back yet again calling for a meeting due to the very concerning developments in the occupied Palestinian territory. The UAE condemns strongly the airstrikes that have caused the deaths of civilians, which include women and children. These are unacceptable. The Security Council does have a responsibility to call for intensified dialogue, to call for de-escalation, to do whatever it can to prevent further violence. I think we're already seeing the situation spin into a circle of violence, and we would very much encourage all the parties to de-escalate. We commend the efforts of Egypt in calling for calm and in mediating among the parties, and we very much hope that we will be able to avoid the circle of violence that it looks like we're heading into.
You spoke for all of us, Ambassador. Okay. تفضل.
برئاسة مجلس الأمن، ما هي فرص أن يقوم مجلس الأمن هذه المرة بإدانة الهجمات الإسرائيلية والمطالبة بوقفها؟ وهل هناك بالفعل تحرك من هذا القبيل في هذا الاتجاه؟ هل هناك صيغة بيان؟ هل ستتقدم المجموعة العربية بمشروع بيان على سبيل المثال؟
نحن كما قلت التقينا مع رئيسة مجلس الأمن ومع العشرة البارحة الغير دائمي العضوية في مجلس الأمن. نحن طرحنا عليهم ضرورة أن يدين مجلس الأمن بأقوى العبارات البطش واغتيال العدد الكبير من الأطفال والنساء بعمل همجي وبعمل جبان من قبل قوات الاحتلال الإسرائيلي، كما تجلى ذلك في وسط الليل البارحة مساء في غزة. ونريد من مجلس الأمن أن يتحمل مسؤولياته ليس فقط في الإدانة، وإنما في التعرف على الذين أخذوا هذا القرار في اغتيال هؤلاء الأطفال والنساء وهم نيام في بيوتهم بعد منتصف الليل، وأن يلاحقوهم وأن يتحملوا المسؤولية الكاملة عن هذه الجرائم، وأن يتم بهم العقاب الذي يستحقوه. هذه رغبتنا، وأنا متأكد كما سمعتم أن هذه رغبة الأشقاء العرب، وعدد كبير من أصدقائنا الذين أعلنوا في بيانات واضحة عن إما إدانتهم أو شجبهم أو استغرابهم وقلقهم من العدد الكبير من الأطفال والنساء المدنيين الذين تم اغتيالهم في بيوتهم بعد منتصف الليل. كما أننا ممتنون للأشقاء والأصدقاء الكثيرون، وفي المقدمة منهم بطبيعة الحال مصر التي دائما تلعب دورا مميزا ورياديا في محاولات وقف العدوان على أهلنا، سواء في غزة أو في المواقع المختلفة في الأرض الفلسطينية المحتلة، كما يتعرض شعبنا بشكل يومي إلى عدوان عليهم، سواء في جنين ومخيمها الصامد، أو في نابلس وفي مخيم بلاطة وعسكر، أو في أريحة وفي مخيم عقبة جبر، أو في بيت لحم ومخيم الدهيشة، أو في الفوار، أو في الخليل، أو في رام الله، أو في كل المواقع التي يتعرض شعبنا لها، وفي المقدمة منها بطبيعة الحال في القدس الشريف وفي المسجد الأقصى وفي الحرم الشريف. كل هذه المواقع التي يدافع عنها ببسالة الشعب الفلسطيني العظيم. نقدر دور الأشقاء كما قلت مصر، في محاولة وقف هذا العدوان وترتيب عدة حلقات من وقف إطلاق النار التي كان آخرها تقريبا قبل حوالي أسبوع، والذي نكثته بشكل جبان وبشكل أدى إلى هذه الجريمة من قبل سلطة الاحتلال الإسرائيلي فجر البارحة. نحن سنبقى نطرق أبواب مجلس الأمن وكل مكونات المجتمع الدولي ليتحملوا مسؤولياتهم في وقف هذه العربدة الإسرائيلية وهذه الغطرسة واستعمال هذه القوة بشكل مفرط وهائل ضد السكان المدنيين العزل، وعلى المجتمع الدولي أن ينفذ إرادته في هذا الشأن، وفي المقدمة منها في مجلس الأمن توفير الحماية للسكان المدنيين الفلسطينيين وفق قرارات مجلس الأمن ذات الصلة، وفي المقدمة منها قرار مجلس الأمن 904 الذي اعتمد تقريبا قبل حوالي 29 عاما بعد مذبحة الخليل، والذي ينص من ضمن عدة مسائل على ضرورة نزع سلاح المستوطنين وليس بناء ميليشيا جديدة مسلحة من 25 ألفا من قبل المستوطنين، وتواجد دولي مؤقت في كافة أرجاء الأرض الفلسطينية المحتلة، لأننا نحن الشعب الأعزل الذي يحتاج إلى حماية ويحتاج إلى إيقاف الذين يقتلون ويدعوا أنهم يفعلوا ذلك وفق حقهم في الدفاع عن نفسهم. وماذا بشأن حقنا في الدفاع عن حياتنا وعن أطفالنا وعن نسائنا وعن أهلنا وعن شعبنا؟ نريد للمجتمع الدولي أن يقف معنا، لأن القانون الدولي يقف معنا في حقنا في توفير الحماية لنا حتى ينتهي هذا الاحتلال وأن نعيش. شكرا.